Hello YouTubers. Now today we're going to be working on a brake master cylinder on the 1984 Ford F150. This is the original master cylinder here. You got two lines. One's 11 millimeter. The other one back here is 5/8. You're gonna have two bolts right here. You're gonna knock out. One here is 9/16 or 14 millimeter, and one on this side. Since they was so rusted, I sprayed it down with some brake parts cleaner to bust the rust up, and then came back with some Freon. So you can use some WD-40 or PB Blast or whatever you got to use. Try to get that lubricated up. Don't want to script those bolts. But as you can see, like down here, well, it's kind of wet too from spraying, but it was dripping brake fluid back down here. There's a seal back there on the actual brake booster. Hopefully we don't have to change that out, so we have to pull it back off. But it lost a lot of pressure. Done changed all the brakes and wheel cylinders and bled them, and still not having that pressure. You can see how that fluid looked contaminated. We're gonna get all that rust, just pull it off. So I ended up buying one from a local parts store. And what I'm doing now, I had to put some fluid in there. I'm gonna go ahead and put some brake fluid so I can sit in there and get those seals good and lubricated before I install it. And what I'm trying to do now is get it where it start leaking a little bit outside those lines, where the line's gonna go in at. Like I got a little wetness already starting to come out, so that's good. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bench bleed it, pull that one off, get all the bubbles out of here, and we'll go through that process in a minute. Let's go ahead and take this original one off here. Take this brake master cylinder off. Alright, so let's go ahead and put this cap back on it. There it is. Gotta go down there and grab that. Fell way up under here. I don't want to waste any fluid while I'm taking off. Got me a little catch can in case whatever fluid comes out. I'm taking these lines loose. So this one here should be a 11 millimeter. I'm sorry. Pretty tight. Take your time with it. You don't want to bend this line right here. After you take these lines off, you want to spray that thread real good. It's coming off fairly well. Get some of that old rust off of there. There we go, pops right out. And work on this back one back here. This is 5/8. That came loose pretty quick. So I can turn it by hand. Not yet. Do the same thing as the one in the back, just spray it down. Brake part cleaner, what I can use, or if you got some acetone, just spray it. of there. And one thing I got left is those two bolts, or actually it's the nut coming off the bolt. 9/16. Going off this side here. Pull your brake master cylinder right on off. Drain there. Lay it to the side. Okay. As you can see back here, there's a seal gasket right here. It's good to clean this off. If you can get a new one, just put a new one on there, so they can seal up real good. The new master cylinder didn't come with one. I don't know if it should have or not. But anyways, I'm gonna clean that up, pull that out, put another one on there. All right, clean that rust up around this area so it don't cause any cancer to the new master cylinder. Okay, got the brake fluid in there. It's already starting to drip out through the side right here, which let me know it's already ready for it to be bench bled. And I can take those out. Normally the kit gonna come with a caps. Gonna put those in there. Still got some bubbles. If you can see the bubbles coming out of there. I'm gonna try to get that bubbles out of there. So all the seals inside are good and lubricated. Put this cap on for a minute. Now what I'm gonna do is a quick little short mini bench bleed. And see, I can still got the caps in there. I'm gonna take those out in a minute. Just wanna do some short deep press. Push in. See the bubbles? Just little quick, little short ones. There's the bubbles. Get those bubbles out of there. More bubbles. Just give you the guy doing it with one hand. We'll have a GoPro or a camera holder. See the bubbles coming out of there with that short deep press. More bubbles. All right. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a couple shots with the caps off. Let me know the fluid's getting in there. I actually don't really have to take them off right now. I can hook them up to the brake booster, the brake master cylinder, and take one of those lines off, because what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to hook those lines back up, but you're gonna have to go to every wheel on the vehicle, even the wheel cylinders on the rear. If you got wheel cylinder, you haven't did a conversion for an older model truck to disc brakes, or either or, you will still have to bleed each one of those lines coming off the brake caliper or the wheel cylinder. Okay. free all. Lubricate that. Alright. So now what I'm finna do is go ahead and install. Oh yeah, I did spray paint it, you guys. Do it quick. Some gloss black on there. On the brake booster, give it a little definition. Alright, going back in with this brake booster here. That's sitting on there. Get this box out of the way. And I'm gonna put my bolt back on. My nut back on my bolt. Get started. On this side here. Fingers in the way. Make sure you get it started on the thread first before I zoom in with the battery operated ratchet. Make sure it sits good and flush on there, you guys. There we go. You want it like that there. So get it in there close. Just snug it first. Don't put it all the way down. Make sure it's still sitting. Alright, and then go to the other side before you tighten it all the way down. Alright, that snugged it down. Don't see no gaps over here. Alright. Looking good so far. Go ahead and remove your bleeder caps. May have a lot of pressure on it now since I done bench bled it. We're gonna take it loose and do one line at a time and start off with this back one back here. See, it's dripping out good. Make sure you go in with a good angle when you're doing this too, because you don't want to misthread this thingy, or else you're going to be replacing either your line or either your brake master cylinder again. Get it started by hand first. Get you one, 2, or 3 turns on it. You know you're in the right direction, so you can actually go ahead and turn it till you can't turn it no more with your hand, and just get your wrench and tighten it all the way down. There you go. It's pretty tight. Let's do the same thing with this one. Got a little grease on it, don't it? All right. It's just a cap, so get that cap off of there. There we go. Got it started. Like I said, you can do this, you guys. Take your time. Follow all the instructions. They do come with instructions too. If you're not familiar with doing it, you can always come back and look at my video getting an idea if it helps you out. Okay, now this one here may need 2 hands, so give me 1 second. All right, I got it started. Make sure you get it lined up in there. Don't want to miss thread anything. Just do the same thing here, just tighten it on down. Like I said, once you get these lines on here, you go around to each one of those wheel cylinder or brake calipers and pump up your brakes if you don't have a self pumper, and make sure you get good fluids spraying out of there. That look good. I like to do the first one with the cap off. It might bubble some more, so let's get that done. On some Fords, you have to go in a sequence. You might have to go to the driver, and then go to the rear left, or the rear right, and the driver right, and front left. Just get them all bled, and there you go. Get some good fluid coming out of there. Wipe her down. You want to make sure she's good and dry so you don't see any leaks. So if you see any leaks, might want to do it over and make sure your lines are good and tight. Alright folks, that's it on installing the brake master cylinder on a Ford 1984 Ford F-150. Pretty much the same concept with all other cars and vehicles, trucks or cars. So don't be afraid to do it, you guys. You can do it. Hope this helped you out. Thank you for watching. Mo Cannon, man.